The Singapore Business Federation has issued 6 recommendations to protect vulnerable workers, and it's calling on employers to take the lead. The measures are aimed at helping mature workers, the less well-off, and those at risk of job disruption. The Federation will set up a program office next January to take the recommendations forward. Deborah Wong tells us more.
Job market disruptions, an aging population and stagnant wages in certain sectors. The odds are stacked against social equity, even as schemes like government-funded training grants try to tip the scales. But as not enough companies are gearing up to tackle these challenges, the Singapore Business Federation hopes that a private sector-led initiative can move the needle.
Offering sustainable employment, in fact, can ensure that the business will have growth going forward. So I think it's very important that we take ownership of it.
The SBF consulted with more than 300 stakeholders before coming up with the recommendations, and they begin by nudging companies to be proactive in upskilling professionals, managers, executives and technicians, or PMETs, whom stats show are the most vulnerable to retrenchment. It also calls for platforms that don't just match high-skilled professionals to work in the growing gig economy, but provide them with the relevant support, like accreditation and insurance. When it comes to mature workers, the SBF urges businesses to promote inclusive policies, like not discriminating during hiring and having workplace health programs. It's also called for firms to redesign jobs with this group in mind. For example, they may offer customized training courses or help their older staff interact better with younger colleagues. Contrary to popular belief, SBF found out through forum discussions that these can be easily achieved.
It actually didn't take an expert to figure out how to do job redesign. It was actually, what they did was they went into a business and they facilitated a conversation within the business about how the job could be redesigned. And in fact, the answers came from within.
As for low-wage workers, SBF recommends that contracts for outsourced essential services like cleaning are based on performance and not cost. This ensures that businesses are not pressured to submit low quotes, which impact their ability to pay their workers better.
When you look at the way contracting mechanisms have done, it basically has cheap sourced many of these workers. And every time a buyer of a service starts asking for discount, the SME hires are going to be suffering at the end. And I think there needs to be a very, very big change in the way these workers are also treated.
It also hopes to transform the prospects of these workers by widening their skill sets, which in turn sets them up for higher wages and better career progression.